Have you ever wondered what sparked the flame of human intelligence? What was that one moment, that one tiny shift that set our ancestors on a path to becoming the dominant species on this planet? It's a story that stretches back millions of years, a grand epic of survival, innovation, and the incredible power of the human mind. Let's travel back in time to uncover the dawn of human intelligence. For a long, long time, our early ancestors, the hominins, were just another part of the African savanna ecosystem. They walked on two legs, which was a huge advantage. It freed up their hands. But for millions of years, those hands were mostly used for climbing, carrying, and gathering. Their brains were only slightly larger than a chimpanzee's. They were clever for sure, but the world had yet to see the true potential locked within that evolving skull. Then, around 2.6 million years ago, something incredible happened. An early human, perhaps a Homo habilis, picked up one stone and deliberately struck it against another. It wasn't an accident. It was an act of creation. This simple, yet revolutionary, act produced a sharp-edged flake, the world's first tool. This wasn't just a rock. It was an idea made real. It was the birth of technology. These early stone tools, called Old Darwin tools, might look crude to us now, but they were game changers. They were the Swiss Army knives of the prehistoric world. With these sharp edges, our ancestors could now do things they could never do before. They could butcher carcasses left behind by larger predators, scraping every last bit of nutritious meat and marrow from the bones. This high-energy food was rocket fuel for the brain, an organ that, even at rest, consumes 20% of our body's energy, could now afford to grow. And grow it did. The feedback loop was in motion. Better tools led to better food, which led to bigger brains. Bigger brains meant more complex thoughts, better problem solving, and the ability to create even more sophisticated tools. This cycle of innovation drove our evolution forward at an unprecedented speed. It was a cognitive arms race against the challenges of a harsh and unforgiving environment. But tool making wasn't just a physical act. It was a mental one. To make a tool, you need to think ahead. You have to visualize the final product in your mind before you even start. You have to understand the properties of different stones, select the right one, and know the precise angle and force needed to strike it. This required planning, memory, and fine motor control, all hallmarks of a developing intelligence. It was teaching our brains to think in steps, to plan for the future, and to pass knowledge down from one generation to the next. This new cognitive toolkit also fostered something else equally important: social cooperation. Hunting and scavenging large animals is a risky business. It's much more effective when you work together. Early humans had to communicate, coordinate their actions, and share the rewards. They started forming more complex social bonds, living in larger groups where knowledge and skills could be shared more effectively. The lone ape was becoming a social being. Language, in its most basic forms, likely began to emerge from the need to teach, plan, and cooperate. The very structure of our societies was being built on the foundation of our growing intellect. So, the next time you use your smartphone or marvel at a skyscraper, remember where it all began. It started with a simple, brilliant idea, a hominin with a rock and a vision. That spark of ingenuity, that desire to shape the world to our will, is the legacy we all share. It's the story of how we, against all odds, learned to think. The journey from that first stone flake to the complexities of the modern world is the greatest story ever told, and it's our story. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more explorations into our incredible past.